to Cracking the Cryptic for a bit of classic Sudoku today. So we do try and occasionally keep in touch with our roots and our plans to teach people how to solve Sudoku. So, I mean, I guess we do that, but it's with complicated variants quite a lot of the time today and these days. And I'm very happy to go back to a couple of requested puzzles and see if we can work our way through them. And we'll see if we can learn anything on the way. Now, before I do that, I certainly want to congratulate today's solvers of the 7 Wonders of the World Sudoku Hunt. So here is a list of a few people who are in with correct answers. Very well done to them. Very nice email from Dave particularly. Thank you for that. And quite a short list today because I'm filming this quite early. When I'm done with this, I'm going off to get a load of vaccine in me. So we'll see how I feel later in the day. And by tomorrow, protected, I hope. Now, before I start, I am going to apologize to Marvin Canhauser, the author of yesterday's puzzle, which was a nonogram combined with a Sudoku. Now, the nonogram was fairly easy. The Sudoku I found very hard. I'm not particularly apologizing for my solve, which wasn't great, and there were some useful tips, but I am going to apologize, A, for providing the wrong link for a few hours to a puzzle with incorrect clues at the top of the grid. Sorry about that. This one, which has the right clues, what I'm really apologizing for, actually, is trying to see if there was a picture in the grid and not noticing that boxes 1, 5 and 9, when you do the nonogram, are clearly spelling CTC. CTC for Cracking the Cryptic. So thank you very much to the people who pointed that out. I didn't notice it at all. I was kind of trying to see if there's a picture, and I'm not very good at spotting pixelated pictures. So I totally missed the letters there. Very well done to Marvin for creating the puzzle in that form. Now, this one, so today's puzzle, a classic by Conceptis, who are actually quite a good team of puzzle creators. And Luca from Lipari, which I think is one of the Aeolian Islands. I haven't been there. When I went to Sicily, we stayed in Shaka. I don't know how to pronounce that. But Luca has sent this in. He said, I don't normally find these too difficult in this from this collection, but this one has been different and he'd like to see how we would go about it. So very happy to try that. You can try on the link below the video, and I'm going to try now. So let's get cracking. And I can see that this 1 clearly has to go there in box 6, and I'm going to pencil mark it in box 3. Similarly over here we've got a 4 that can go straight in there. That gives us a naked single 7. So naked single is a cell that can see all the other digits from where it is. So 8 and 3 in the row, 9, 4, 6, 1, 2, 5 in the box. That must be a 7. Then we're left with a 3, 8 pair in box 4. And there's another naked single directly below them. We've got 1, 2, 6 and 9 left to place in column 2. And this cell sees 6, 1 and 9. So it must be a 2. After that, it's a bit harder. Since Luca says this is quite difficult, I might not normally mark candidates remaining in cells, but I can see we're down to 6 and 9 for that one. And in fact, here we've got a triple of 4, 7, 9, with 1 excluded from each cell because of those. That means, given that that's a triple, this is either 3 or 6. This is either 3 or 5. But now I'm going to just look for digits that are repeated within sets of boxes. Oh, 1. 1 is a right in here because we've got 4 1s looking at the central box. And anytime you have 4 of a digit looking at a box, you can fill in the other one. Now, what else does that leave us? 4, 9, 2 or 4 there. Ah, and that, yes, look, this is very interesting. So What I would normally do is spot the 3s there, and given 3 there, we can fill a pair of corner marked 3s in there, because that's where 3 must be in this box. Similarly with 5s, we've got these 3 5s that tell us about those, and 6s. Now, I wouldn't normally fill in a cell with a number that can be in 4 different cells, like this 8, which is ruled out of those cells. But because 3, 5, and 6 are confined to these 4 cells, putting 8 in there gives us a quadruple. We've now got a group of cells that have to contain 3, 5, 6, and 8. Therefore, they can only contain 3, 5, 6, and 8. And that means that we can restrict these two down to 2 candidates each. We've got this odd quadruple here that we can't resolve. There's 2 possibilities in each cell. But that's an interesting quadruple. I thought it might give us a bit more than it does immediately. Right, so let's carry on. 8 is in one of these 2. 4 has to be somewhere there. This is 6 or 9. Right, sorry, and I was going to go back to looking for digits. Yes, this is a really important place, in fact, up here. 2 and 5, given where 2 and 5 are in columns 2 and 3 in row 3, 2 and 5 are confined there, and that means that 1, which now can't be in those cells because of where 1s are, 1 can actually be placed in box 1. That's really helpful, in fact, because we get that 1. We must be able to finish the last one in the grid as well. There it goes. And we're done with 1s. Now in this box we've got 2, 5, 4, 1 confined there. This is either 6 or 9 as well, because 3, 7, and 8 can see it. So now we've got a 6, 9 pair in the top row, and that's going to give us a 5 here. 6, 9 as a pair, 4, 3, 7, 1, 8, and 2 there. This is effectively a naked single. That 5 sorts out the 2, 5 pair. We're going to get 2 in one of those 2. What does the 5 do? It puts 5 in one of... I was going to put 5 in one of these 2 because of the 5 here and here. But actually, this 5 says that the 5 in box 8, which I haven't pencil marked, is in one of those 2. So this can't be a 5 anymore. And that's resolved row 7, column 8. Which doesn't get much else done straight away. 6, 1. This is a naked single, I can see now. 2, 5, 9, 4, 6, and 1 in the column. 3 and 8 in the row. So that's a 7. 7. 7 we can place. Now, because of that quadruple here, we know that 7 in the central box now must be in one of those 2 cells. So this can't be a 7. So we can actually put 7 into box 8, which fixes the 5. That's going to fix the whole of that quadruple that we started with, effectively. This now becomes a 4. That sorts out this whole... it wasn't a quadruple, actually. It was a... Sorry, I could have filled in 2. It was a 4, 9, 7 triple. My apologies for not deducing that earlier. And that triple is still to be resolved, but I'm sure we'll get there in a moment. This looks like it's got to be a 4 because it's a naked single. That fixes everything in the column. We can fix the rest of boxes 2, 5, and 8 straight away. And a 2 down here. And I don't think this puzzle has been too hard, actually. It's just a matter of being reasonably systematic about it, actually. Not something that's necessarily always associated with my technique. Right. Now, in row 2, we have 3, 6, and 7 to place. Now, this clearly can't be a 6 because of that one. But this also can't be a 6 because we've got a 6, 9 pair in box 1. So we can fill in 6. I'm going to fill in the 3, 7 possibilities. This has become a naked single 9. We place 6. That's going to resolve all the 6, 9 pairs we had going on. That 6 actually has resolved that 3. And this this has really been a quite straightforward finish, in fact. Don't think we're going to come up against any surprises at this point. 8-3, this set has been solved. 7 and 8 to go in the final column. We've got 6, 4 and 3 still to play. So I'll come back to the 3-4 after I've done a 3 there. And there we go. Okay, well that was reasonably straightforward. I think we will do another puzzle in a moment just to see if we can embed these classic techniques a little bit. So back with you in a second. And so this is another puzzle that we've been recommended recently as a classic, or asked to talk somebody through. This came in from Malte Christensen, who is a long time correspondent of the channel. I think since before our first viral video he's been following us, so great to have you aboard, Malte. And this one was from the New York Times during last month at some point, but Malte screenshotted it and said he'd be interested to see how we go about solving this. So let's have a look at it, see if this provides us with anything. Maybe we can either consolidate the techniques from the last puzzle or learn some new ones. So let's get cracking. Again, this will be on another link below the video. I'll provide 2. And we'll see how we do. So again, let's limit things. That 2 clearly has to be in one of these 2 cells. 5 in the final column has to be up there. This 1, that's quite powerful. It's got to be somewhere in one of those 2 cells in box 2. That 4 is also looking at this useful little pattern and therefore is confined there. 7 is in one of those, 6 in one of those. Just looking for repeated digits up and down the columns at the moment. Not seeing all that many. Let's look along the rows. Okay, 2 is in one of those pairs. 6 is in one of those 3. And oh, well, 7 is as well. Okay, 7's in one of those 2. I'm not going to mark the 6 yet because I try and avoid putting 3 pencil marks in where possible. And that's why I'm not going to put a 3 in there as well. And we kind of run out of that stuff. But what I have now noticed is that we've got 3, 4, 9 in box 7 here and 6, 7, 2 looking down at these 3 vacant cells. And that's really important for them. They now have to be a triple. 3, 4, 9 are 3 of the digits, 2, 7, 6 are 3 more. The only other 3 digits, they don't share any digits, the only other 3 digits are 1, 5 and 8. So that must be a triple down here in box 7. So then we've got 3, 4 and 9 to place. That one, for instance, must be 4 or 9. Down here we can kind of limit the 2, 7, 6 triple to an extent, in that those 2 are seeing a 6 and a 7. Now, is that done? Oh yes, look, this 4 is looking up there. So in fact, 4 is restricted to one of those 2 positions, and that resolves this 4 or 9 straight away. That's pretty too, because now 9 is looking along there and must join the 1 in one of those 2 cells. So instead of 4s here, we have a 3, 4 pair, and in fact they're resolved by this 3. So actually that's been a quite approachable start to this puzzle. Got 5, 7, 6 and 8 still to go in the top box, and I don't know, in the top row. Yeah, I don't know exactly how they go, but 2 is in one of those 2 cells I've just seen from that 2 we got earlier. Now, has this taught us anything else about the puzzle? 1 is confined to one of those 2. Okay, let's just see if we can carry on. 4, that 4 now, yes. Of course, I should use that 4 and 3 fully. So 4 clearly has to go down here. 3, in fact, let's carry on with that 4. And remember, we've got that 4 ruling out that cell. So that gets us a 4 into there and a 4 in one of those. Now let's have a look at the 3. That's now joining a 6, definitely in one of those 2 cells. I may not be able to do anything else with that, but now we can look at this column. We've got 5 and 8 only left to place, thanks to the 2 pairs we've now been able to put in. They go in there. 1, 2 and 9 left in box 8. But that 5 and 5, that's sorted out this whole triple. 5 there, 1 at the top, 8 there. This can't be 1 now. What about 8? No, that's... Well, both 3 and 8 are in this pair. In this run of 3. Oh, that has to be 7 or 9. That's a quite useless triple. 5 is now confined to one of these 2. Yes, we got to put in 5 and 8. So 5's in one of those. So's 8. Is this a naked single, therefore? Yes, it is. 3, 5, 8, 6, 4 in the column, 2, 9, 7 in the row. That becomes a 1. That's quite useful. Now, what was I saying? 8 is in one of these 3. I'm not going to pencil mark that. And the only 9 we've got looking into the box is only affecting that cell. So I can't do anything else there that I can see. This has become not just a 3 but a 3-4 pair, and we've got that 4 resolving it. That gives us a 4 over here. Then the 3, yes, we can use that on this box as well to go in there. We get a 2, 8, 6 triple remaining on the right hand side. We've got 5, 7 and 9 to put in to those 3. Oh, I can't see how to do that straight away. 9, however, in box 4 is in one of those 2. Ah, this 4, which can't go there and now can't, well, actually, this, ever since I got the 9, I could have written this 4 in, but I've only just seen it. Gives us a 2 there, 4 there. This is 5 or 8. Hang on, it's not 5, that's nonsense. Right, 8, 5. So 6, 8 and 7, well, basically not 5 there. We've, as I say, there's a 6, 8, 7 triple at the top here. 4, 2, 5. We've got 3, 1 and 9 to place. They can all go in. 9 there, 3 there, 1 there. The 9, 1 pair is done. Now, 1, 4, 2, 5, 3. We can place 3 in box 9. Feels like that. No, not this is the last 3 in the grid. I thought that might have been, but I hadn't seen that yet. That's going to give us a 6 in one of those cells. Still not sure how that 5, 7, 9 unwinds, but I'm sure we'll get there. Now, down here, 9 looks like it's definitely in one of those 2. 4, 5, 3, 1, 9, 7, 2. No, I'm not seeing quite how to finish that off. I mean, I think we're pretty close now. That can't be a 1 anymore. Ah, so the 1 in box 8 is fixed. That fixes the 1 there, and the 9 that we just looked at, that's dealing with this chocolate teapot triple. This is now the last number in its box, so it's a 9. We've got 2 and 7 to fill in here. This has to be the 2 because of the 2, 6, 8 triple over there. 4, 7, 6, 2, 3, 1. We've got 5, 8 and 9 to go in there. I don't know which way they're going to go yet. Let's actually just have a look back here. 7 can go in. Then we've got 2, 6 and 8 still to go. Okay, we'll come back to that. I might be missing a simple way of doing it. This is a naked single. That's going to finish off row 4. 9 there now. This must be a 5. We can finish off all the boxes on the left 2/3 of the grid. And that's not gone too badly. I don't think that was all that hard a puzzle again, but again, just a bit of method and technique, and I think we get there reasonably straightforwardly. So it really is just a matter of, well, both of these puzzles, we haven't needed any crazy wings or anything. We've just needed to look and find a few pairs and triples and naked singles, and there was one quadruple in the first puzzle. So hopefully that's useful both to Luca and to Malta, and to anybody looking to brush up on their classic Sudoku techniques and get through puzzles that at first don't seem that easy, but in practice yield to just a bit of method. So thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.